25%, that's the number of jobs today that could be fully performed by AI. And not just that, 70% of US jobs today are exposed to AI in some degree and could be replaced by AI over the next 5 years. So today, we're diving deep on retail, healthcare, and professional service sectors because half of US jobs are in those three sectors. So what businesses can people working in these sectors start today that will be relevant in the age of AI? Healthcare represents exactly 1/5 of the US economy, and Americans spend $5 trillion on healthcare every year. 22 million people work in healthcare in the United States, and AI is about to completely disrupt this entire industry. Exactly what types of healthcare workers are going to be losing their job to AI? Well, for one, let's talk about imaging, dermatology, radiology, and pathology. Did you know that AI can read these images significantly more accurately than humans can? So what's going to happen to those humans that are reading them manually today? What about all the administrative work that suddenly became irrelevant? Billing, coding, insurance pre-authorizations, those are all made much more efficient by AI, which means that AI is set to replace between 25 and 40% of clerical administrative healthcare workers. So this video isn't about doom and gloom though. If AI is going to take all these jobs, then what are the workers supposed to do? Well, I have some thoughts. First of all, IV therapies, or more specifically, IV hydration and vitamin therapy. You can charge between $120 and $350 per session. Your startup costs range between $5,000 and $15,000. Most of that can be financed on a credit card. Your customers are gym goers, health freaks, the hangover crowd, executives, etc. Let's just look at what Google Trends shows for searches involving IV therapy. How about health coaching and/or hormone consulting? Look what Google Trends shows there. You could launch this business in a fully HIPAA compliant way for under $5,000. You can charge between $150 and $300 per session, or between $300 and $700 a month for coaching. Profit margins are typically 90%, and your customers are usually women between the ages of 35 and 55 and men over the age of 40. But we can't talk about healthcare business ideas without talking about mobile Botox therapy. Do you know that women are hosting Botox parties nowadays? And even men, not just women, but men as well. You've got to be licensed, you need injector training, you've got to buy inventory up front, and of course you have to have malpractice insurance. You can make between $200 and $600 per hour, and your average ticket size is between $400 and $900. You can charge per treatment, or you can charge packages. You can charge less for a recurring option because you can't just get Botox once, almost no one does. Your profit margins are between 65 and 80%. And most of your customers are going to be women between the ages of 25 and 55. And of course, with the advent of semaglutides, GLP-1s, there are dozens of business ideas that you can launch that piggyback on those opportunities today. You could build mobile apps around managing dosage of these products. You could do coaching for semaglutides. Your startup cost, again, is going to be between $5,000 and $10,000, depending on which avenue you decide to take. But generally speaking, on the licensing side of things, you're going to need to be an NP, a PA, or an MD. So your average Joe Blow can't just walk off the street and start doing this stuff. But there are other tangential ways to profit if you don't have those licensing requirements. I know you've heard me say it before, but these videos take a lot of time, money, and effort to make, and it would mean the world to me if you just hit subscribe. You might think you're subscribed, but you're actually not. YouTube is showing you these videos because it thinks you'll like them. You've seen a lot of them, but you're not subscribed. At least check to see that you're subscribed, so that way the meaningless number next to my name can be a little bit bigger. The retail industry is $5.3 trillion and employs 55 million people. And believe it or not, of course you'll believe it, the industry is shrinking every year. And now, thanks to ChatGPT, AI, and everything else that's happening out there with robotics and automation, retail jobs are shrinking even faster than ever before. So what are all these retail workers to do? If we're getting our Chipotle delivered to us, with ghost kitchens expanding in popularity, and with Amazon delivering everything we need within a few hours via drone, ships, planes, trains, and automobiles, what businesses should they start? One business I never hear talked about is a product sourcing agency. Did you know that every time a container ship comes from Asia to America, it is required by law for the public to know what's in those containers? And so companies like Import Yeti will track all that, and you can use them to source products or to see where companies are sourcing their products from. So if I want to know where these On shoes came from or my Stance socks came from, you can go to Import Yeti, type in the product, and see exactly the company that's manufacturing these things. So you can do this as a service. You can charge a fee to other retail brands to help them source their products, and you can charge a percentage of everything that they spend on these products. When I was 23 years old, insert picture here, I founded a company that imported iPhone screens from China. How did I find the best suppliers and manufacturers? Well, I found a guy on Alibaba named Brian, and Brian took 3% of every dollar I sent to China. And that was a great price for me to pay because he ensured that the quality was there and that the prices I got were the best. So this same business can be replicated in any country, whether they're importing externally or from within the same state or country itself. Another business I love for retail workers to start is simply reselling, selling things from around the house on Facebook Marketplace. As long as you take really good pictures, videos, you optimize your titles and your descriptions, you can import things from all across the world from liquidation sites like Bstock, govdeals.com, and sell it on Facebook Marketplace. And the beautiful thing about it is you can list it for sale before you even buy it to gauge exactly what the demand is before taking any risks on actually buying a whole pallet full of outdoor furniture, for example. The professional and business services industry is worth $3.3 trillion and employs over 27 million people. And you could argue that these guys are going to get disrupted by AI way more than any other sector. So what are they going to do? What businesses should they start? Let's dive in. Now, what even job titles are in this industry? Well, software developers, software engineers, lawyers, accountants, consultants, architects, judges, managers, advertising and public relations specialists. That's a lot of people. And ChatGPT is already disrupting the crap out of their jobs. One business I love in this industry is the dashboard business. Not that dashboard, business analytics visualizations. Executives love nothing more than a nice, clean, pretty dashboard, and they need people like you to set it up for them so they can see how are we on our numbers this month? What do our revenues look like? What's our head count like? What's our web traffic like? To build simple dashboards like these, it's not that complicated, but you can still charge between $2,000 and $10,000 as a setup fee for these dashboards, plus $500 to $1,000 a month to inevitably fix things as they break, or to add new features or widgets to the dashboards as well. Now, if accountants are getting disrupted by AI, then why not buy accounting practices, small mom and pop bookkeeping firms, and use AI to replace some of the employees? I know that sounds controversial, but it's going to happen eventually, so why not be a part of it? You're not overtly just replacing these employees with AI or with ChatGPT, but instead you're just enabling them, you're empowering them to handle much more clients and therefore be much more productive in their jobs. Look what the Google Trends data shows for fractional services. Fractional COOs, CFOs, and CMOs are exploding in popularity right now, and it makes perfect sense. If you're a business owner that has a business doing $5 to $50 million in annual revenue, it doesn't make sense for you financially to hire a $250,000 a year CFO when you can pay a fractional CFO $2,500 to $5,500 a month to do everything you need them to do. So as the owner of the fractional CFO agency, you can hire guys with finance backgrounds and put one guy on 5 different jobs, collect about $30,000 in monthly recurring revenue, and give about half of that to the fractional CFOs that are working for your agency. You can rinse and repeat that same model in other industries, but I have seen that it works the very best in the finance sector. Now, I will say that of all these professional services businesses that could be started today, the one I am most excited about by far, not even close, is starting an AI implementation business. Here's the thing, small to medium-sized business owners, that businesses doing between $1 million and $50 million in revenue, they know that they need to implement AI in their businesses. They know it. It's not like crypto where they were afraid it was a scam or a fad. Everyone knows AI is here to stay. Everyone knows AI is changing everything, but they don't know how to use it. They don't know how to use tools like Replit, Lindy, ChatGPT, Claude, etc. There's tons of them. They're really not that hard to use, just like it's not hard to use Wix or Squarespace or other no-code tools out there, but they are willing to pay $500 to $5,000 a month every single month if you can come in there and say, hey, do you have an AI call answering service? Hey, do you have an AI receptionist? Hey, do you have an AI chatbot on your website that's trained on all of your customer service inquiries over the years? It is not that difficult to learn how to do these skills. There's an absolute gold rush right now for starting this business. And I believe in this so much, I actually launched a community for people only starting AI automation / implementation businesses. It's called Playmakers AI. You can learn more at playmakersai.com. And every day people are in there finding customers and fulfilling services for these customers to help these business owners make more money in their businesses or save more money in their businesses.